Good morning, good morning, good morning. Thanks for joining me. It's the Hump Day Happy Chat coming to you live from the Hartley Center for Mindfulness and Self-Mastery. Yabba dabba do. How are you today? Welcome, welcome, welcome. As my friend and new citizen, John Oliver would say, welcome, welcome, welcome. I love that opening. He's so energetic and excited. Good show. I'm having some chai this morning. It is cold where I am, hence the turtleneck and the cardigan. Yummy. I love being, as my mother would say, rugged up. So we are now probably about 6 weeks into this new decade. How exciting it is. Do you feel the energies moving? Do you feel yourself shifting? Do you feel things coming up to be received and renewed and to like move them in a different direction on your own behalf? Yes. Oh, I feel that energy big time. I feel that my subconscious is, and my angels and my ancestors are wanting me to go even deeper and higher into what I feel like I've been doing. And I'm getting all kinds of opportunities to do it. And so life is really rising up to meet me. There's a lot going on that I'm managing emotionally, definitely physiologically, mentally, and spiritually. And I'm coming into a new relationship with knowing that that's what I'm here for. Like, that's what life is. We're so conditioned to believe it's one thing, and in actuality, it's completely something else. Like, there's nowhere to get. You're already there, is when you wake up to who you are in your life and how to create your life the way you want to live it, the way you accept and allow and receive all that your life is bringing to you. And so that's why I say that I teach self-mastery. Mastering you in your life so that you can exquisitely manage whatever your life brings your way, whatever that is. You don't even need to label it good, bad, or ugly. I used to do that. Whatever that is, good, bad, or ugly. We don't even have to go that far. That's a new consciousness rising, right? We don't have to go to judgments around whether it's good, bad, or ugly. We can just notice it, ask what it came to teach us, for us, from us, to us, about us, and get on with it. Good morning. Thank you for coming. So self-mastery is about self-awareness, self-acceptance, self-love. Those are the centerpieces. And that's how you create the happiness you desire and deserve. Deservingness has been coming up a lot lately for me. It's been a real beautiful opening to an ongoing journey around creating that for me. And today I wanted to talk about something that I thought for sure I'm done with this one. Believe it or not, it's about change. Wow. I'm a change maker, a change agent, a change catalyst. I bring things up with my clients so they can notice them and change them. My book starts, like step 2 in my book is all about change. It's called the shake up step. Shake things up, release what's not serving us, and go on with life, picking the ones that we think will. And then do it again, and then rinse and repeat, right? Rinse and repeat. And so here's the story. We'll get into it. It's about my hair. It's about my hair. If you looked closely, you might notice my hair is different, and that is the truth. And it's really interesting, but here's my story. This hair thing that I just went through, literally yesterday, helped me to see my fear. Like that there's some deep-seated fear that I haven't been hearing, feeling, noticing, and transforming. And it's helping me see the fear anew and how pervasive that fear is in other areas of my life. That's what I love about this self-awareness concept, this I push people to like notice themselves. Oh, yeah, what's going on over there? It's also happening over here. Someone said in the title for today, the way you do one thing, ... is the way you do everything. Everything. Not as big a deal when you know how to root out your everything that's not serving you and shift it, spiral up and move on. Move on in different energy, different awareness, different consciousness. Raising your consciousness is the only true way I know to create lasting happiness, fulfillment, and success in your life. It's the only way I know how. And still going on that journey. And it's telling me, it's showing me over and over, it's still the truth for the way I teach and live. So let me just tell you about this. So I've been doing my hair the same way all the time. And I had a really good, what I call an intellectual alibi for how I was doing that, why I was doing that. The story I was telling myself is, I love it this way. I like the way I look. I like the way I feel with it this way. There's nothing wrong with that, right? It's my hair. I get to do it the way I want. And that sounds totally fine, right? It even sounds real. It sounds true, right? Have you ever said that to yourself? Well, I love it this way, or I do it this way because I do it this way. That's the way I do it. Like, okay, it feels fine. And it would be fine if that were really all there was. So there's an action, and then there's something underneath that action. And the something underneath that action actually precedes the action. They talk about this even in the creation of anything. Something is acknowledging something, and then there's an action calling it to move forward, right? So here is what was underneath it. Subconscious, some of it conscious, none of it positive, plausible, feasible, none of it feels good. It's hard for women of color to find people to do their hair well. That's a story. I've had it. And that story is based on truth in my life. I mean, I have had trouble finding people to do my hair. As an adult, as a child, my hair was difficult. I am blessed. Thank you, ancestors. I am blessed with a thick head of hair. If you look at my 2-day-old baby pictures, I was blessed with a full head of thick, dark brown, black hair. It was curly and yummy. 2 days old. I've always had a thick head of hair. Well, except for when I went to people who didn't do my hair well and it all fell out. That's no fun. But it created this place of, what if they mess it up? What if I can't find someone good? So I find someone, I clamp down on them, I stick with them. I don't want to waste my money and my time. That's my story. I don't want to waste my money and my time. What if I have to keep going back till they get it right and I have to keep spending money? So if it's not broken, why fix it? Have you heard that? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I loved my hair. And so all the things, the stories I was telling, rational, reasonable, feasible, plausible. Oh, isn't that funny? One of my favorite spiritual teachers, also a comedic actor, Jim Carrey, said, many of us live our lives in fear dressed up as practicality. Dressed up as practicality. So when my mental mind is conjuring all the downside risk of a decision, of a possibility, it's shutting me down. It's fear shutting me down. I look at other people. Now, if I weren't looking at other people going, I wonder if my hair would look pretty like that. I wonder if I would like my hair like that. If I weren't doing that, maybe there wouldn't even be a problem. But as I'm noticing other people's hair and wondering, I wonder, the fear was shutting the wonder down. So my net story was changing my hair will be disruptive. It's hard to navigate that future. It could hurt me. It probably won't be fun. And it's not activating my happiness. This way of doing it that I've always done it, and I actually know, this is the story, right? The devil I know versus the devil I don't. Who came up with that? How do we know there's a devil in what we don't know? Wow. Are you living that? How do we know? We don't. It's just a story we're telling ourselves. Now, I'm not talking about situations where there's real physical danger, right? You're looking at a cliff and wondering if you should jump off. There's probably physical danger there. And the devil you don't know probably is worth backing away from until you know how to do what you're about to do. So I'm not talking about danger-filled situations. I'm talking about emotional fear. So what a big yikes that was. Where else in my life am I actually resisting change with subconscious or conscious beliefs about being safer, being more secure, being more fulfilled and happy? Only I'm not. Wow. And actually, I don't know whether I am because I haven't gone in to the new opportunity to see if that could really be it. Yes. Yes. Is it opening into you? Hi, thank you for coming. Yes. Yes. Where is the rational, logical, plausible, feasible story that I'm telling myself consciously, subconsciously, or unconsciously blunting me? Where is the not self overpowering my divine energy wanting to come through my heart, wanting to guide me peacefully and plausibly and feasibly and actually to a new place of joy and peace and fulfillment and happiness? Why would I want to shut that down? Why would I want that to be ignored, unfulfilled? I don't intend to leave this body, leaving my song unsung. Thank you, Carlos Castaneda. My song will be sung. Yes, yes, yes. The way you do one thing is the way you do everything. So what was the clue to your not serving yourself? What are the clues? Sometimes your rational, logical self, your head, with all its knowledge and its intellectual prowess and its horsepower, and I have a powerful head. I know that I'm wicked smart. I am an awesome problem solver. I am very wow, I'm right on it. I can see how the dots connect. I can get all that stuff. I know that I have that power. Thank you, ancestors. Thank you, divine. And sometimes it takes me off track. And when it takes me off track, it's usually when I'm allowing it to speak without using the heart. I talk about this in my book, Living Happy to Be Me. The head will do what it does, and it can subconsciously take you off track because it's not being guided by the intuitive wisdom in the heart, the sacred wisdom in the heart, the divine soul being essential nature, your essence, your magnificent essence, guiding it to where it needs to be. So you first start to notice, boy, I have a lot of rational, intellectual alibis about this situation. Are they the truth, or are they really covering up something underneath, right? This is not about ignoring it. This is about going deeper into that thing. So when we see something and we're like, oh, that's not serving me. I had a conversation on a podcast yesterday, and the host was talking about, so do you just turn away from it? And I'm like, no, you turn toward it. take a step closer, go into it, see where it came from, what it had, like, what did it come to teach you about you? Oh, okay. So you start to notice, what's the pattern? So for me, the pattern, I notice, okay, I've got a resistance to change. I want to be able to change. And in fact, I've done a lot of changing in my life. When I think about it, it's like, how could I be resistant to change? I'm a military kid. For a while there, we moved every 13 to 16 months. I went to several different elementary schools. It's like we were always changing. And I did it very well. And I still say today, I'm a very resilient person. And I am. I have these highs and lows. But even in the worst of the lows, I am very resilient. I've got dynamics going on right now with this physiological disability where I think I was a little too resilient too fast. And things are coming back to say, could you slow down, sister? Some healing still needs to happen here. But the whole point of noticing the pattern, like, whoa, what, this is a juicy one. So I've been saying every time I go to the hairdresser for years, nope, we're just doing the same thing. I always joke about they don't like me because I don't want to do anything different. I don't want to let them run with their creativity in my hair. And I haven't for years. Same thing. I get a little bit, oop, I'll do it. And then I go, nope, I won't. I like what I have. So then you have to start to notice. What's the pattern in unrelated places? Things that have nothing to do with my hair, I started noticing. Why am I not shifting that? Huh. My relationship with that doesn't feel like it's supporting where I'm trying to go. Might have worked for where I've been. Totally beautiful. Love you. Thank you. And now I need to be in a transformed state in this area, and this isn't serving me. Not serving me. It's not good, bad, right, wrong, ugly. It's just not serving me right now. It's not, maybe I'll go back to it, but right now it's not. That behavior, those thoughts, not serving me. If you notice a feeling of being trapped, once you wake up, right? Once you wake up, you can't go back to sleep. So once I notice, oh, I'm resistant to change, you gotta change. I had to walk through it to see what would happen on the other side. That's the only way I can dismantle all that storytelling that I had been doing. I can't find people who can do my hair. It's not going to be the way I like it. It's not going to feel good. I'm going to waste time. I'm going to waste money, right? You have to go through it to tell yourself, to show yourself these 5 stories I'm telling that are creating a prison around my life, a feeling of being trapped in this beautiful, lovely hairstyle that I love, this feeling of being trapped. These 5 reasons are holding me back. In love. So here are your to-dos. Look for the places where the stories you're telling yourself are very rational and logical. Hey, they're doing fine, but you're not. Something ain't right. There's more happiness to be had here. Acknowledge that it's there. Just acknowledge it. Say hello, fear. It's funny. Energy that is expressed dissipates. Law of resistance. What you resist persists. When we don't want to look at our fear because we're too resistant to actually even knowing we have fear. I don't want to know about my fears. Well, you know what? They're not going anywhere till you do. Not going anywhere until you're willing to open yourself up to them and see what they're trying to teach you. They're just going to keep knocking. Burp, 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 burp. Hello? Burp, 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 burp. Hello, I'm still here trying to get your attention. Where else are you not willing to see? Where else was I not willing to change? I'm really enjoying now looking. Oh, is this one of those things? How about if I do that differently and see what happens? What's available to me by doing it differently? It's not the easiest path. It's the true path. So acknowledge that it's there if possible. Trace it to where it came from, but that's not necessary. You don't need to go on, where did I get that? You could just say, hey, I got some fear. Let's see what's doing for me and go for a higher ground. Commit to staying awake to whatever that not self fragment of you is. Stay awake to it. Don't let it run you ragged. Just stay awake. Oh, wow, I rationalize my fear. No judgment. Here's the most important thing. Do it in compassion. Do it with forgiveness. Do it in love. And most importantly, curiosity. What happens if I let this go in this one instant? Not forever. The next time it comes up, take a step into it, see what happens. Take another step, see what happens. Be curious about what happens on the other side of whatever that is. In love and forgiveness and compassion and curiosity. Do a releasing technique around it to help you move, right? Releasing. Forgiveness techniques, I've got them in my book. Bubble meditations, got them in my book. Work with a coach. There are all kinds of things you can do from a releasing technique to be able to step through whatever that is conditioned pattern of behavior inside you. Thoughts and behaviors are conditioned. It's not even your fault necessarily. You picked up the fragment and you're living it. That's not the problem. The problem is that you're living it unconsciously. You're not awake. Step one in my 4-step process, wake up to the truth of who we are, which means we're also waking up to the false self, waking up to the ways we subvert ourselves and maybe even think it's somebody out there doing it. Truth teller here. And then in the next moment, we shift, right? We shift. Do your releasing technique, and the next time the opportunity comes up, shift and go into the new energy. We call that a replacement, right? Nature abhors a vacuum. Nature does not like vacuums. It's going to fill it. You could see scorched earth and plants will be back very quickly. Nature fills that space with some beauty, some love, some magnificence of the divine. Same is true with you. You root out some things that's not serving you, yay, yay, yay. And as you spiral up into a higher version of yourself, that's called consciousness rising. As you spiral into that higher version of yourself, you can keep yourself on that path by adopting, embodying your replacement thoughts and behaviors that create a new relationship with the circumstantial and situational dynamics, such that you create a risen consciousness around an old idea. And then you just repeat that over and over and over and over again. Step 4, embodying it. That's it for today. Hump Day Happy Chat. The way you do one thing is the way you do everything. And there are probably ways that you're doing things that are not supporting your highest potential unfolding for you. It just takes you to notice and shift. Love it. And it's actually been fun. And so, by the way, this is my new natural hairstyle. Didn't even blow dry yesterday. I'm really digging it. I'm really digging that my hair will just be able to do what it wants to do. I'm really digging allowing my beautiful ancestral energy out in my hair even more than I have in the past. So my fear about I can't change my hair is being diminished by my new replacement embodiment of I'm safe being me. I'm happy and fulfilled being fully me in all my glory and magnificence. I invite and encourage you to do the same thing for you. That's it for the Hump Day Happy Chat. This is Valerie Shepard signing off from the Hartley Center for Mindfulness and Self-Mastery, where we help you master yourself in your life so you can exquisitely manage whatever your life brings your way. And we always close with the prayer for loving kindness, the Karanaya Metta Sutra from the Buddha. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings be happy. May all beings be safe. May all beings awaken to the light of their true nature, and may all beings be free. Yay, yay, yay. Stay well. Be happy. Love and light. Bye now. Thank you for coming. Another Hump Day Happy Chat. Signing off. Bye.